Hey, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Nice. Welcome to another Spectre Studios production with Heroclix unboxing of the Nick Fury and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. set. We have 3 cases between us. This is Steven again. I'm Art. Hopefully you've watched our previous video. We don't need to go through our credentials again. We're gonna open 3 cases today, not 1 or 2, but 3.
Yeah, so Nick Fury and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Crazy set. A lot of characters that we haven't seen before in Clicks. The first build of figure and the vehicles in the Marvel universe. Finally.
As chases, of course.
Of course. But we're going to get to opening. We're going to give you a little map of the brick once we're done opening. Let you know where we pulled what, and we'll get back to you in a few with some figures.
Alright, so we found ourselves to a quieter area, more subdued area of the store while we tore open our bricks and went through everything. We're generally, well, I'm personally disappointed, however, I'm still kind of excited, but, you know, go ahead.
First off, again, thank you very much to the complex, for letting us do this here. We mapped the bricks, and between these 3 cases that we opened, there's absolutely no correlation there. None of the
other than all the same shit being the same.
Other than Art getting the same super rares out of 2 different cases.
12 super rares, 6 different figures.
But that being said, the figures in the set are super awesome. The sculpts are
great, yeah,
absolutely fantastic. We pulled out a couple just to be able to take a look at. Obviously, the chases that we mentioned earlier. This is Cap's Cycle, and
the S.H.I.E.L.D. space rig.
S.H.I.E.L.D. space rig, yep. Got a couple super rares. The Hulk, which is a big want. It's like the armored Hulk. And then we have, not Captain America, but Steve Rogers. He's got a little translucent shield going on.
Very cool.
Spider-Woman,
awesome
climbing up the wall. Beautiful sculpt.
I have no idea who this guy is. I've never even heard of Iron Nail, but damn, he looks cool.
And then all the way down from like really cool sculpts to like so cool, like so cheesy, they're cool, with the Wizard in his neon yellow outfit with the blue underwear. I don't know. Somebody before I heard said something about like the W on his chest was probably written in puffy paint. That's very possible. I think it's almost like somebody just went home and went, I'm going to be a superhero today, and dyed their underwear blue and called it a day.
Even the Imperial Hydra and his chunky throne and his fat pudgy belly hanging over. It's perfect. It's awesome. I love all the generics. I love the set. I may be pissed off about the fact that I got a ton of the same super rares, but I love the whole concept. We got in Guardians, we get a generic, and then we get a named character.
Who's kind of like a
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Who's kind of like a leader version of that like generic character. The paranormal investigator. Their B-side is Jimmy Woo, who is kind of like the more paranormal end of S.H.I.E.L.D. You had the S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers, and their B-level, their B-side is Maria Hill, who, as we know, was kind of like a commanding officer of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm looking forward to using him with all my Hydra agents. Baron Strucker. Oh, it's some kind of crazy mystics kind of thing going on.
I think, honestly, for me, it's going to be kind of weird. I am so psyched to play Dr. Demonicus. He actually summons giant kaiju pogs that, while they're only there for a moment, they keep coming back, and their stats are really good.
He's fun.
He's going to be a fun 80-point piece. 80 points for that.
Yeah.
80 points to summon monsters.
I like the new Falcon talking about pogs. He comes with, of course, Redbird and pigeons.
Red Wing and pigeons.
Red Wing and pigeons. And an awesome sculpt. We should have pulled them out.
But anyway, so that's our polls. Those are our polls. You know, that's our impression of the set. I think I'm definitely psyched to be playing S.H.I.E.L.D. tomorrow night. I'm interested to see what I kind of pull out of those 2 packs.
I'm glad that nobody can go up to the shelf and go, this has something good in it. I'm glad they got past that. It looks like they did it with Avengers Assemble. I'm really happy that I have no idea what I'm getting.
Yeah,
other than I'll probably get more than I already pulled.
There's no God pack to pull in this set as opposed to like Trinity War.
Although it was interesting that we both pulled Baron Strucker and Agent Carter. That's 3 times that they were both in the same pack.
Yeah, both in the same pack, Strucker and Carter, and then like 2 commons and an uncommon or something like that. That was definitely interesting.
Disappointing that we didn't pull a full Hulkbuster out of 3 cases. We did pull enough pieces, and as he leaves, just don't worry about him. He's missing an arm. We failed to get a base out of the. We failed to get a base. Out of 2 cases, I pulled, what, 7 pieces? So, yeah.
I almost pulled a full.
They're not quite super rare. They're not quite super rare rarity, but they're not quite chase rarity. They're somewhere in between.
The thing that kind of stinks is that they take up a spot in the pack for a figure. So instead of getting 5 figures and a piece, and you're like lucky, like say with the ID cards, you get 4 figures and a piece, and maybe not even an ID card. So it
appears as though they've solved the problem of having silver rarity and white rarity ID cards. We now have green rarity and silver rarity, which is very nice. Now we don't have to go, which rarity is this one? It's easy to tell. And of course I doubled up on those too!
down.
Thanks, Biscuits. I got trade stuff.
So,
Quasar,
so, last thoughts?
I am happy because I've got a bunch of generics I like to play. I've got stuff to trade. I'll eventually have the whole set. You know, 2 cases. I had great karma last time. I can't complain what I pulled last time. I'm back to my crappy karma, but I like it. I like what we got.
I'm personally, I'm perfectly happy with my case. I think that I definitely got my money's worth out of it. Of course, WizKids knows how to get me to spend more money. So, yay. Anyway, so that's Art and this is Steve. Signing off for the Complex. See you next time.